Okay, so today we're making falafels, which is a Lebanese recipe. And first of all, I'm going to take 500 grams of chickpeas, and all we're going to do is just put that in. So it's just 500 grams. And what we're going to do, we're just going to soak this in some water overnight. So I'm just going to soak this overnight. Just going to put some more water in. I'm just going to leave this overnight, and then when we come back in the morning, it will be expanded in size, so it'll be much larger than it is at the moment, and I'll tell you what the next step is. So we're just going to leave this overnight for now, soaking. Okay, so it's been now over 24 hours. So I left these chickpeas to soak overnight, so they were dry chickpeas. Now that they have been soaking overnight, you can see that they have expanded in size, so they're much larger than what we started with. I'm just going to wash these. I'm just going to drain all the water, then I'll show you how we're going to start making the falafels. Okay, so I've drained the chickpeas and I've washed the chickpeas as well. And what we need is 5 cloves of garlic. We need 1 small onion, just roughly chopped, because we're going to blend all this in the blender. We need 3 green chilies, and we need a full bunch of coriander. You can also do half parsley and half coriander, but I'm just going to put full coriander in. And I'll show you what we need in the dry spices. Okay, so in the dry spices, we need half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Traditionally, red chilies are not added into falafels, but because I like my food a bit spicy, so that's the reason why I put green chilies and red chilies in. What I've also done as well is the coriander leaves that I showed you before, the onions, the green chilies and 5 cloves of garlic. I've mixed them up in a blender, and what we're going to do now is we're going to blend the chickpeas, but we're going to pulse it because we want it to be quite a crumbly texture, so we don't want to make it into a completely paste. So I'll show you how to do that as well. I also forgot to mention we need about a pinch of black pepper as well. We're going to add that in as well. I've just been putting the chickpeas in the blender bit by bit because I can't fit all of it in, and I've just made it into like a crumbly texture, so you don't want to make it into a paste. So I've just been pulsing it 2-3 times, and all I've been doing is just putting a little bit at a time. Oops, sorry. I'm also going to put the masala in. So that's half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of salt, we will taste it at the end, and if we need more salt we'll put more salt in. Half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, cumin powder, and then half a teaspoon of red chili just to make it spicy, and then also the pepper. And I'm just going to pulse that for a few seconds. So I've just done another batch. And I'm just going to continue to do it until I've done all the chickpeas. I'm just doing it bit by bit because I don't want it to turn into a paste. So I'm just pulsing it 2-3 times, just so that it goes into like a crumbly texture. That's all you want. Okay, so we're just going to pulse it. Just gonna take a look. Yeah, just a few left there. So we're just gonna put it back on and just pulse it for only a few seconds. Just be careful that you don't make it into a paste. You just want it like a crumbly texture. Okay, so the whole of the mixture is done now. And we're just gonna mix all this in. So we just need like a crumbly texture. Make sure it's not pasty. Just gonna mix all the ingredients in that I advised you before. We put it in the blender. And this is what it looks like. If you can't fit it all at once in the blender, then just do what I did. Just do it a bit at a time. Slowly, slowly. Just mix all this in. Thoroughly. Okay, I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of gram flour. Just to make it a bit stiffer, the mixture. And then just mix that in. You can certainly taste it at this point as well, to see if you need any more salt or any more spices. So I'm just going to mix this in first. And then we're going to refrigerate this for about an hour, just so that it stiffens up. I'm just going to taste it. If you've got any whole pieces of chickpeas left over, just take them out. You can either put them back in the blender and blend it again and then put it back in. It's entirely up to you. So just like that, just take them out, put them back in the blender. I'm just going to add a bit more salt in here, about ½ teaspoon. And then just mix that in. Thoroughly. Just going to taste it again. Yeah, that's perfect. Again, just take the whole chickpeas out. We'll put them in the blender again and blend it. If it's not properly done it for you in the first time. Okay, so just cover and refrigerate for an hour. I'll show you how we're going to make the falafel shape, and then we're going to fry it in the fridge. The mixture, and what we're going to do, we're just going to make little balls. So I'm just going to get like a handful. I'm just going to shape it in a round ball. Traditionally falafels are made flat. But I'm just going to make it into a round ball. So just like that. Just how we normally make our kofte. And then we're just going to put it on the side. And then just continue to do it. So just get a handful. Just make like a round ball. Just to let you know that I did add an extra red chilies and I did add extra salt in, so I will leave the exact measurements in the description below of how much I actually put in. And that's 2. Okay, so I've rolled out a few balls there. I've still got quite a bit of mixture left over, but I'm just going to fry this much just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to fry them golden brown. So let's get this to the fryer then. Okay, so the oil is nice and hot. I'm just going to put the falafels in one by one, and we're just going to fry them golden brown. So I'm just going to put the first one in. And then put the second one in. I'm just frying a few just to show you. I'll be frying the rest later on when we all get together with the family. So just allow that to fry for 2 to 3 minutes. You can put a bit more oil in if you want to, just to dip them in completely, but I'm just going to turn them around anyway. And I'll show you when I'm going to turn them around. Just give them a shake, so they're not sticking to the bottom. Okay, so we're just going to gently turn them over, so you can cook the other side as well. Very gently. And we just want to make it like a golden brown colour, not too dark. Very gently turn them over. Just going to let that cook for 2-3 minutes. Okay, so they're ready to come out now, so they're nice golden brown. So that's how you want it basically. So it's nice and smooth, round shape. Okay, so I've now fried them, and as you can see they're a nice golden brown colour. And I'm just going to cut one open just to show you what it looks like on the inside. You can serve these with tahini sauce. You can make some, or you can serve it with chutney, ketchup, anything that you want, any sauce that you like. So I'm just going to cut one open just to show you. Okay, so I'm just going to cut one open just to show you what it looks like on the inside. So you can see it's nice and crispy on the outside and like a very doughy on the inside. Okay, and this is what it looks like. And that's what it looks like when you cut it open.